Greetings, Earthlings, wisdom keepers, wisdom seekers. Welcome back to Wizdom Dropz, your source for daily drops of wisdom and savvy cat astrology. My name is Tanya, and today we are discussing the Scorpio full moon. Dun, dun, dun. As I film, it literally just went exact. Holy guacamole. Are you feeling the intensity of this her moon? If you ain't, I don't know what's going on with you. But we're talking today who are we talking to? Air signs. Air signs, we're talking to you. So if you're a Gemini, a Libra, or an Aquarius, ascendant, sun, or moon, then this video is for none other than you, air signs. So with that said, we're going to jump right into it. I'm going to share the chart with you, and you're going to get your horoscope. And might I just say, if you want to actually learn astrology, I'm going to say it. We got a course and it ain't accepting everybody, you know what I mean? So if you want to enroll and learn astrology once and for all, we are starting right around the corner. I'm beyond jazzed and stoked for the people we have joining us. It's going to be such an interesting and high vibe cohort, which is what we expect every time. But I'm so excited to be doing another round of this. It's going to be a 26-week long program. That's 6 months, y'all, of live every weekend, going hard at the charts and understanding what are we looking at when we approach the heavens. Don't worry, we break it down. It's extremely methodical. You keep all the live recordings, you keep all the PDFs of the presentations that I prepare for you. It is a true transformative experience to go through this program. You can always see what my students have to say themselves by watching the video link somewhere up here, but you heard it from the horse's mouth, so to speak, that I, my friends, am here to support you, the genuine Jedis of this world who want to learn astrology. I'm here for y'all. That's what I'm here for. So schedule your consultation call today because it's happening. You understand? It's happening. If you're not there, you're square. Shoot. All right, we're gonna go into, I'm gonna start with Libra, possibly. We'll see how this reacts to me changing this. Yeah, Libra, that's right. Libra, hello. What's up, Libra? How you doing? So we got this full moon in the second house, Libra. Don't worry, I'm gonna fix the screen, patience. All right. So we got this full moon in the second house for you, Libra. This is going to be all things to do with your resources, okay, and what you possess. And what you possess is deeper than you think. And I say that for many reasons, because this is in the second house, which for you, of course, is Scorpio, the deepest sign in the entire zodiac, literally, okay? It's ruled by Pluto, the extremes in modern astrology, that is. And this is about where do you craft your value? Scorpio is a plotting energy. It's very methodical. It has a place that it wants to go. It's strategic, okay? And for you as a Libra, this is your second house. Second house is what you, again, possess. And it's like a nest egg, but it's also like your resources, like a home you own, like equity, okay? It's also food. Did you know that? The second house is food. It's what you put in your body because it's what is owned or what belongs to your body, to yourself, to the first house. You understand? It comes after the first house. After the first house of self, what happens? You need to eat. You as a self now. Congratulations. Now you need to nourish self. You understand? So the second house for you Libras is being transformed. The second house for you right now is being undergoing a transformation of intensity, and it involves something to do with loss or other people's resources. It could be a very beneficial thing out of nowhere. This could be an investor that comes in from out of nowhere, clients that come in from out of nowhere, any kind of healing and shaman work that you're doing, or any kind of energy work, meditation work, anything like that that is occult or magical in nature. Eighth house, okay? And second house, Scorpio. Eighth house is the house associated with Scorpio, but for you as a Libra, this is Taurus for you. Nonetheless, the eighth house is still a witchy house, and your second house is hella witchy with Scorpio. And I say that in, of course, the best way. But with that said, you got Uranus opposing from that eighth house. So either it's going to play out like this. So, and it ain't even an either or, but you're gonna be surprised, put it that way. And that surprise is gonna take place in the context of a transformation, a psychological shift, a subconscious move, okay? a learning how to contextualize death, a learning how to contextualize an ending of something in order to birth the new beginning. And the new beginning here that we're seeing play out, the last new moon, the last time the Divine Mother and the Divine Father, the moon and the sun met in the sky, was the new moon in Aries. That was in your 7th house, Libra, which is all about relationships. And now think about this. You just had a new beginning in your 7th house of relationships. Okay, that's fruiting now. It's like a seed into fruit. You understand? It has to go through a cycle. It's been a month now, and now we're in a full moon. Okay, it's ripened. It's now fruit time. Time to eat the avocado. Go chow on the mango. You know what I'm saying? And that's in your 2nd house. So it's all about relationships, 7th house, and value. And 2nd house can also be the closest of family to you. We're talking like people you live with close. I'm not talking about no cousin. I'm not talking about none of that, unless you're like this effing close, where it's like the people you live with right around you and you're like this tight with forever. You know what I'm saying? Those kinds of people. And this sort of revelatory thing is coming up for you, Libra, whether it does have to do with an outside investment or recontextualizing of a death or an ending, 8th house. It's going to be surprising. Uranus is there. It's going to surprise you. It's going to be a surprise. So just be prepared to not know what's coming next. And I know that's a little bit like annoying because it's like, well, what am I supposed to expect? And I'm telling you right now, it's either a revelation through the spiritual process of the meditation, of the transformation, of the death to a new beginning contextualization. Okay, Uranus, Sun conjunction, awareness, enlightenment. Okay, and or it's out of nowhere really nice things from a place of other people's resources, Mercury and Venus, nice words given to you by somebody else. Now, where I want to caution you, Libra, these nice words, they're in a square with Saturn at the time of this lunation. Do not be fooled by people's sweet words. If you know that they don't give a fuck about you, don't buy it. You might want to buy it, Libra. It is not the time to go into feeling like you need to do something out of obligation. No, this is liberation. And guess what? You want to be liberated through higher knowledge, through higher wisdom. Uranus conjunct the sun. You want to be liberated. You're yearning to be liberated right now. You're calling it in from a tantric level, 8th house. So use your subconscious to your advantage, Libra, and it's going to end up benefiting your self-worth. 2nd house is self-worth, the worth of self. So you're going to be finding that you have a new awareness, a newfound strength, perhaps, around your value. And it could come through some sort of crisis because you know what? Mars and the moon, they're not in the best dignity. And Uranus is opposing this. It's a tough ass moon. If you hadn't watched my videos already, you should be watching my videos already. I did several videos at this point on the full moon in Scorpio. And it's a much deeper dive than this into just what this means before we get to your chart. Now, Libra, last thing I'm going to say for you is that the square is coming from the 5th house. So it's actually a T square with Saturn. So this is going to be telling you that the solution is through creation, Libra. Go create, Libra. You're being called to make things and have fun with it. Be joyful in your creation and be methodical about your creation. I feel, looking at this chart, a lot of Libras are trying to turn a passion project, 5th house, anybody, into a resource, 8th house, that other people will invest in, 8th house, that comes back to your own self-value and your pocket value. 2nd house. Okay, it's in the chart, Libra. Now, the key to this is, again, 5th house Saturn at the apex of this triangle, okay? And this is called a T square. And you want to be methodical, put in a little bit every day into your passion project, Libra. That's the solution right now for you. And it's going to build your self-worth, and it's going to build your capacity for transforming things and possibly accepting support and energy from other people, Libra. Whoa, what a deep full moon. Like this video, give me back some love. You know I just gave you all that love, Libra. Help share it, shit. Act like it's on retention. No, I'm just kidding. You don't, because you're a Libra. Thanks for all the support, everybody who likes this channel. If you want to learn this once and for all, Libra, for yourself to be independent and empowered, I have an astrology school. If you haven't heard yet, I don't know where you've been, but enroll if you're into it. You know what I'm saying? Only cool people. You can try enrolling and you ain't cool, and be like, bye. No, but in all seriousness, I'm really, I want to make sure the right people get their opportunity to learn with me. It's a 6-month long program. It's super dope. I've done videos on this. You can check out recently. You can also see somewhere where my students talk about it themselves. And with that said, thanks, Libra. I appreciate you. All the support. Have a great month. I trust you will. Who shall we do next? Let's go to Gemini. Gemini, I'm going to go to you, but it might not look like it's going to be in Scorpio. So we're going to just cruise past Aquarius. I know it's a crazy train up in her. It's okay. We're going to get to you, Aquarius. You're ruled by Saturn after all. You're kind of a feature presentation, okay, at this point, with the whole Saturn presence in your sign, which is dope. But anyway, Gemini, we're talking to you. Gemini, if you're looking to learn astrology, Gemini, where's you at? You better not be missing astrology school because it's only happening once every 6 months, okay? We go for 26 weeks. It's like the most fun boot camp you'll ever attend in life. We like are nice to each other. We learn things. It's extremely constructive. I make everything feel like a game. You know, the military should pay me to run their, no, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay. Gemini. So this full moon in Scorpio for you is happening in the 6th house. So with that said, this is definitely a culmination for you, Gemini, around mental health and mental wellness, and also habits. What habits do you know, Gemini? I'm just seeing this written all over your auric chart, okay? I don't have your personal chart, but I don't need it. I'm looking at this. You got habits, Gemini, you need to get rid of. You got habits you know you need to transform out of, Gemini. I know this. I'm looking at your chart. You got some serious things you need to reassess about what you do continuously, Gemini. And it's the thing is, though, it's going to increase your potential to heal yourself when you tap into the wisdom of whatever it is that needs to get reoriented in your life and reprioritize. Now, keep in mind, this is the fruition, the fruition of the new moon in Aries that we had. Okay. And that was in your 11th house. So something to do with networks and groups that you're a part of, people at large that you know, not your BFF, just people in your larger groups, your larger circles. Okay. Something to do with all that is now coming to fruition and showing you this is what I need to do and change, probably in the workplace, because the 6th house is the place of employment where you go every day or where you go consistently. And the 11th house is like your network of people you know. So this is definitely reading like a career kind of like awareness for a lot of Geminis. Maybe you're coming into an awareness, Gemini, that the habit that has not been serving you is your job and you need to fucking quit that shit. Maybe you're coming into some realization that you need to do something different, distinctly different with your career even, because, we never know what's going on with all that 9th house, 10th house. You got Jupiter about to amplify that 10th house, understand? That's coming up real quick. So you're going to be focusing on career a lot in the next year or so. So don't be surprised if this is the prequel, the one foot that dropped before the other, Gemini. I feel like some of y'all are going to hear that and be like, damn, Tanya predicted this, thinking about it months later. You know what I mean? But it's real because look at the astrology. And the North Node is with you right now, Gemini. This don't last forever. You don't have all that much more left of the North Node in your sign. It's already at 11 degrees, Gemini, and it moves this way. So it's going backwards. You only got like 10 more degrees of it being in your sign. You know what I'm saying? So just keep in mind, Gemini, that the force is with you to make these powerful transformative changes. And ultimately, it could come back to benefit you financially. I'm going to be real with y'all. This ain't the best place for Mars. This ain't the best place for the moon. But you know what? This is in the 2nd house with nothing but positive aspects. We're going to take it. You know what I'm saying? And this is also in a relatively harmonious aspect with Jupiter. It's actually a sextile. It's not the tightest orb in the world, but again, we'll take it, and by degree it counts. So you got some auspicious help through it all. But look, you're gonna have some philosophical realization, Gemini. This 9th house, Saturn in Aquarius, you're realizing your whole philosophical outlook on the world, it ain't in alignment anymore with this 6th house workplace, with this habits that don't serve you. Maybe this is bad habits that go beyond. They could relate to spending, they could relate to how you believe in your self-worth. This could be very much so a sexual place where you keep yourself sexually like enslaved, because the sixth house is a place of enslavement and the second house is a place of self-worth. And maybe you're realizing some really unhealthy sixth house practices that are like guilty pleasures of yours related to that intimacy, Scorpio. Okay, and how that is related to your self-worth. Second house Mars activation, self-worth is second house, you know what I mean? And it's all because of, and also you're being called to lean into your philosophical reconstruction. You Gemini have Saturn in the ninth house. Saturn in the ninth is asking you to get serious about, what do you believe in? No, really, what do you believe in? And Jupiter was here. You just had that Jupiter Saturn conjunction in December in your ninth house. So Gemini, Jupiter is about to leave that and go to the 10th house. You understand? And he'll dip back for a while, but understand the cycles that you're in right now. You are going through a philosophical transformation that will change your habits, and the habits are being called for this. You need to address this because something here with the daily is not lining up. Something here with the daily doesn't match what you're now understanding you believe about the world. Maybe they're trying to push you into getting the shot or whatever. You're like, hell no. Good for you. Stand strong in that. Jupiter ninth house. You understand? I hope you do. Thank you, Gemini, for all the support. Everybody who likes this video. Astrology students, come hither. We start in like a month, yo. I'm not even kidding. If you're not there, you're square, okay? With that said, Gemini, I appreciate you. Everybody who's scheduling their consultation calls, everybody who's just, you know, supporting this content. It's really super dope. It's really awesome to see. So I appreciate all the help getting our message out there, because you know we is destined for teaching this shit. Okay. All right, cool. So up in her, we got Aquarius. Oh my god, it's an Aquarius. What's up, Aquarius? Do you like my like, oh, it kicked me out of my moon report? Well, I guess we'll have to chat a little bit in the meantime. So, Aquarius, this moon is happening in your 10th house. Conveniently, I'm sitting here as the moon is like perfecting. So, you know, I'm not going to have to move too far in the chart to re-find you. We're just going to zoom forward a little bit though, so that you're on the ascendant. Cool. So Aquarius, this is for you. Aquarius ascendant, sun, or moon. Again, this is happening in your 10th house. Yo, what are you doing with your life? Dude, look at how intense this reads for you, Aquarius. This is insane. You got Saturn in the first house. And that's at the apex of this massive T-square. You see that raging T-square? It's like raw G-square, you know? And so the point of this is literally the point of this T-square, and that is Saturn. Saturn in your own sign. It's time. You're basically having like an honorary Saturn return, whether or not your Saturn is even anywhere near these signs. You're just like in an honorary extra Saturn return. If you got Aquarius ascendant, sun, or moon, then you know Saturn's visiting your first house from one of those perspectives, and it's asking you to get serious about yourself. Everything to do with how you interface with the world, your identity, your very foundation of who you are and what you stand on. And it's being questioned, it's being challenged, it's being tested. Saturn is a big old fat test. It's a big old fat test. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's not fat, but it's a fucking test. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about Saturn is that it's diligent and it's determined and it's ever watching and it's throughout all time, because it is time. It rules time. So it asks you to put in grind over time. It asks you to put in consistent amounts of small effort all the time, over time. And that's when it rewards you. Understand, Aquarius, the time you find yourself in. You will only have this influence, and I know I say only, for another year. It's been in there like a year, if that. It hasn't even been there. You're going to be like 2 years. You're going to be dealing with this for the next couple of years. But you've already got like one under your belt. Isn't that great? It's so great. Congratulations. And with that said, the worst usually comes at the beginning unless you've been delaying all the lessons. What I like to focus on is the unfolding of aspects. So understanding the cycle of life that you're in with that Saturn in the first house, Aquarius, understand you're revamping, you're resetting, you're redoing, you're realigning, you're reassessing everything to do with you. Nothing, Aquarius, is off the table. Nothing. Saturn comes and it's an X-ray. You know who the original death planet is? It ain't Pluto. Pluto wasn't even a thing yet like that. It's Saturn. Saturn and Mars, they both rule death. So if you want to talk about who rules you, it's Saturn. So your own ruler is at your first house right now. Like, ding, ding, I'm home. What's going on? And yeah, you're going to experience it better than the Capricorns even. Congratulations, because you're in Aquarius. And Saturn has even more dignity in Aquarius than it does Capricorn, which is awesome. But still, it's still going to ask you to perform. I have, yeah, I don't need to go any further. Let me just say is the truth. You're being asked to perform. The other thing I'll say about this 10th house full moon is that there is an awareness about the career you're a part of. And I say career, I don't mean day to day, like, every kind of work, but I guess for you, I do, because Mars is over here, the dispositor of that full moon in the 6th house. So rewind, I do mean that. I mean that because it's all to do with the 6th house of your habits, which is, again, the place that you work, the things that you keep yourself engaged with over time. So there's an awareness about what career you're a part of, what legacy you want to leave on the world. You're becoming very aware. This is an angular house for y'all, 10th house. This is a major awareness point. What is the message you want to leave the world with? What do you want to go on and transition into the next dimension of heaven, or whatever you believe it is that you're entering into when you pass? What do you want to leave this planet having been known for? What do you want people to talk about at the funeral? It's real shit question time, because Scorpio is the real shit. That's why nobody can deal with us beyond other Scorpios. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm just kidding. I'm not even a Scorpio sun. I just have a stellium there, but I know the plight. You know what I mean? But point being, this is your legacy. You're an Aquarius. We're getting serious about your legacy. We're getting serious about what are you leaving behind when you're gone. Scorpio is the death sign. You are ruled by Saturn, and Mars is in fact in your 6th house. Not a benevolent house. Although Mars in the 6th is where Mars likes to be. So out of everybody, you actually, as an Aquarius, are getting the best quality out of this Mars, because you know what? Mars in Cancer, it ain't the best place for it. Neither is the moon in Scorpio. But understand, the Mars is in the joy of its own self when it's in the 6th house. It prefers being in the 6th house. So this is actually a leg up for you. It says 5. Don't get confused. We use whole sign astrology around here in addition to the Placidus. So this is like 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5, and boom, 6. So Mars is again in the 6th of Cancer for you as an Aquarius. Understand how your habits are going to get you that long-term legacy, Aquarius. Rewind, you needed to hear it again. If that was one thing you heard out of this whole video, you need to hear it again, because this is the thing. You need to realize how habits, and realize, embody. You're being called to embody. This ain't no heady bullshit, Aquarius. I know y'all love to get caught up in your heads. I understand. I do too. And it's one of the things I love the most about y'all, honestly. With that said, you're also a pretty practical sign. You're ruled by Saturn. And you know, practically, if you stay all up in La La Land in your head, conceptualizing, thinking about it, you know what I'm saying? 11th house Sag self that you are, okay, Aquarius, you're never going to get it done. You need to tangibly ground it. You need to get serious about it, diligent, a little bit every day. I'm giving away so much good advice to y'all. I'm just like, I need to give myself a damn pat on the back, because y'all need to understand the quality of the caliber of this advice right now. You got Saturn with you. Saturn ain't going to be with you for another 30 years. You want to be a damn fool and waste it? That's on you. You understand, Aquarius? This is a powerful full moon in an angular house. There's only 4 angular houses. And if you're going to take advantage of this awareness of what legacy you want to know, be known for, okay, then you need to take proactive steps every day, diligent. Habits house, Mars in Cancer. And this only is going to be here for 2 months. You're only going to be under this influence for the next month. But Saturn is going to be here again, like a couple more years, influencing that first house. So Aquarius, take the medicine or leave it, baby. But whatever you do, hit that like button, because I'm here giving you that 411 with all the knowledge and the love and the wisdom and all that jazz. And I appreciate the reciprocity of all of you who choose to like it, comment, share it, etc., etc. Aquarius, if you're trying to learn astrology once and for all, what are you doing? I have an astrology course. Schedule a consultation call with me today. We start in less than a month. It's going to be fire. Oh, shit. Thank you so much to everybody who supports this video. And with that said, through next time, until next time, may the stars be with you. Peace.